Have you ever looked in the mirror and just felt stuck? Like you're trying so hard, you're eating better, you're exercising, but that fat around your middle just will not budge. It's one of the most frustrating feelings, and you are definitely not alone. But what if I told you there's a reason for that and a clear path out? We're about to lay out a simple 14-day plan to finally start tackling it. Let's jump right in.
Seriously, why is it so stubborn? You do endless sit-ups, you cut calories, but that belly fat seems to have a mind of its own. It can feel like you're fighting a losing battle, right? Well, here's the secret. The reason you're not winning is because you've been fighting the wrong enemy all along. You see, not all belly fat is created equal. There are two very different types, and knowing the difference is everything. First, on the left, you've got subcutaneous fat, and this is the stuff you can actually pinch right under your skin. It's annoying for sure, but it's mostly a cosmetic issue. But then there's the guy on the right, visceral fat. This is the real villain. It's the hidden, deep fat that's packed around your vital organs, your liver, your intestines, and this stuff isn't just about how you look, it's a serious, dangerous health risk.
So, here's our game plan for the next few minutes. We're going to start by really understanding the hidden danger of visceral fat. Then, we are going to bust the biggest belly fat myth out there. After that, we'll dive straight into the good stuff, your 14-day meltdown plan. And we'll wrap up with some amazing lifestyle hacks to make sure you succeed. Okay, let's get up close and personal with this internal enemy. Because trust me, once you get what visceral fat actually is, you'll finally understand why 1,000 crunches a day was never going to solve the problem.
So here's the mind-blowing part. Visceral fat isn't just sitting there. It's not just stored energy. It's an active organ. Think about that. It functions like a toxic little factory inside your body, constantly pumping out a cocktail of harmful hormones and inflammatory chemicals that just wreak havoc on your entire system.
And when I say havoc, I mean it. The damage this stuff causes is no joke. High levels of visceral fat are directly tied to some of the most serious health problems you can imagine. We're talking heart attacks, strokes, type 2 diabetes, fatty liver disease. The list goes on. This is why getting rid of it is absolutely crucial.
And here's something that might really surprise you. You don't even have to look overweight to be in danger. There's a condition called TOFI, which stands for thin outside, fat inside. A person can look totally slim, have a normal BMI, but be carrying a dangerous amount of visceral fat around their organs. They're at high risk, and they probably don't even know it.
So what makes it so dangerous is this vicious, never-ending cycle it creates. Your visceral fat releases hormones that make your body resistant to insulin. Your body panics and pumps out even more insulin to try and compensate. And guess what high insulin levels tell your body to do? You guessed it, store more visceral fat. It's a terrible feedback loop that just keeps feeding itself. All right, this brings us to the #1 myth in the world of fitness. And it's probably the main reason so many of us get frustrated and just want to give up. We've all heard it a million times. If you have a belly, you just need to do more crunches. You've got to do sit-ups, planks, leg raises, target the area and the fat will magically disappear. It sounds so logical, but it is completely wrong. Let's just break this down. What do crunches actually do? Well, they absolutely strengthen your ab muscles, which is great. They might even help a tiny bit with that pinchable subcutaneous fat. But look at what they don't do. They do absolutely nothing to reduce that deep, dangerous, visceral fat. And they do nothing to break that hormonal cycle we just talked about.
And this is the key. Write this down. Visceral fat is controlled by your hormones, not your muscles. The two main culprits are insulin and the stress hormone, cortisol. So to really get rid of this fat, you can't just work your muscles harder. You have to fix your hormones.
Okay, enough about the problem. Let's talk about the solution. And here it is, a simple 3-step plan that you can start today. It's designed to reset your hormones and start melting away that visceral fat in just 2 weeks.
The plan is built on 3 powerful pillars that all work together. #1, an insulin reset diet, which is all about what you eat. #2, intermittent fasting, which is about when you eat. And #3, metabolic training, which is about how you move your body to burn fat more efficiently. Let's break each one down. All right, step 1 is all about getting your insulin under control. For the next 14 days, you need to cut out the foods on the left, the stuff that spikes your insulin. We're talking white rice, bread, all that sugar and bakery stuff, potatoes, and even sweet fruits like bananas and mangoes for now.
Instead, you're going to load up on the good stuff from the right column. Lentils, chickpeas, tons of green veggies, lean proteins like paneer or tofu, eggs, fish, and healthy fats from nuts. This one change stops your body from being in that constant fat storage mode.
Step 2 is intermittent fasting, and we're going to use the 16-8 method. Now, this sounds way more complicated than it is. All you do is finish your last meal of the day by 7 p.m., and then you don't eat again until 11 a.m. the next morning. That gives your body a 16-hour fasting window where your insulin levels can drop way down, which flips the switch and turns your body into a fat-burning machine. And don't worry, during that fast, you can have as much water, black coffee, or plain tea as you want.
And finally, step 3 is metabolic training, or what's known as HIIT, high-intensity interval training. This is not about spending hours on a treadmill. It's about short, sharp bursts of effort that make your body way more sensitive to insulin. A super simple routine you can start with is right here. A quick warm-up, then 30 seconds of fast jogging, 30 seconds slow, 20 fast squats, 20 seconds of rest, then 15 seconds of climbing stairs as fast as you can. You just repeat that little cycle 4 times, that's it. Now, if you follow those 3 steps, you are going to see results. But if you really want to supercharge your progress and support that hormonal reset, here are a few simple lifestyle hacks that make a massive difference. First up, focus on your gut. You know, poor gut health can cause bloating and inflammation, which just makes belly fat look and feel worse. So, try adding some simple homemade probiotic foods. Things like plain yogurt, or dahi, savory buttermilk, known as chas, or other fermented foods. These help your gut's good bacteria thrive, which cuts down on inflammation. Okay, this next one is so important. Your stress hormone, cortisol. It is literally best friends with visceral fat. Think of cortisol as fertilizer for belly fat. When you're stressed all the time, your cortisol levels are high, and that sends a direct signal to your body to store fat right around your midsection. So managing stress isn't just a nice idea, it's a non-negotiable part of this plan.
So how do you lower that cortisol? You don't need a spa day. Simple things work wonders. Try 10 minutes of a breathing exercise, like alternate nostril breathing. Take a walk in the evening, but here's the key. Leave your phone at home. And get off all screens at least an hour before bed. These little things can have a huge impact on your stress levels.
And here's a final, really cool hack. Play with temperature. Short bursts of cold, like ending your shower with 2 minutes of cold water, can literally activate your metabolism and put your body into a higher fat-burning gear. On the flip side, heat from a hot shower or a heat pack on your belly can improve blood flow and support the process. It's all about giving your metabolism a little jolt.
So there you have it, the plan. It isn't magic, it's just science, and it works. If you can commit to this for just 14 days, you can start to feel a real difference. The bloating goes down, your energy goes up, and that dangerous visceral fat finally starts to melt away. All it takes is that first 2-week commitment. So, your 14 days start right now. You have the knowledge, you have the plan. The only question left is, what is the very first step you're going to take?